First of all, we need to start from some basic statements. Real Madrid is one of the top three teams in the world, possibly the best one, probably the best one. Kylian Mbappé is one of top three players in the world, and possibly the best. This combination has a huge potential. Our goal is not to dispute this, but to look more closely at the challenges Carlo Ancelotti now faces. In this video, we will explore the questions surrounding Mbappe's integration and imagine what the new version of Real Madrid might look like. And we have to start with two biggest concerns. The first one is that Mbappe and Vinicius prefer the same area. Football can be played in many ways. There is no single winning formula, and I believe the best system is where all players are comfortable. And it looks like that's words of Carlo Ancelotti, and right now it looks like both Vinicius and Mbappe like to receive the ball in the same areas on the pitch. This isn't just about their position on paper, but about where they actually get the ball and make runs. Both prefer to start wide on the left and move into the central area with the ball. This overlap could be a problem because it's difficult to feed the ball to two players in the same space with the same intensity. Thierry Henry pointed out this issue on CBS, saying that balancing the team with Mbappe will be challenging. He noted that even through having such talented players is a luxury, it is still a problem. PSG had three top attackers but struggled to balance them efficiently. Henry suggested that even Ancelotti might not yet know how to position both Vinicius and Mbappe effectively. Both players naturally played too smart, from their left, which means a new system may be necessary to accommodate them. Comparing heating maps from Vinicius often receives the ball on the left, even if he starts at the forward. Mbappe also prefers left side, whether playing as a winger or a central striker, and fitting both players in the same area is nearly impossible. Unlike Rodrigo, who is more flexible and doesn't dominate the left flank as much both as Mbappe and Vinicius, they need the ball in similar spot which could disrupt the team's balance. Ancelotti might need to ask Mbappe to adapt his style, possibly playing more centrally or even on the right, where he has performed well before. This would benefit the team, allowing both Vinicius and Mbappe to shine, but it's unclear if Mbappe will accept this compromise. He has shown in PSG that he prefers to stay in his comfort zone on the left, and that's a crucial point for him. One more potential problem is Mbappe's ego, that is too huge for this Real Madrid dressing room. Mbappe has specific tactical preferences, such as starting from the left and playing with a central striker who can hold up the ball and create space for him. We know this because Mbappe himself has told about it publicly, especially during his time with Messi and Neymar at PSG. He even criticized PSG for not having a player like Olivier Giroud, who he plays with in the French national team. This history raises concern about Mbappe's willingness to compromise. At PSG, he often put his preferences above the team's needs, leading to tension with teammates. Real Madrid currently has a team of selfless superstars, many times mentioned the following way, who put the team first, which has been key to their success. David Ancelotti has highlighted that the Real Madrid are teams where players have no big egos. Players like Vinicius, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Valverde, they all prioritize the team, and the veterans players set a professional example. Integrating Mbappe, who has shown egoistic tendencies, could disrupt this harmony. However, there is a hope that Mbappe could adopt to Real Madrid's culture. The environment in Real Madrid is different from PSG, and the club standards and team spirit might influence Mbappe positively. He might become part of a cohesive until rather than the defining element of the locker room. What are the options of integrating Mbappe? I think we have to take a deep delve into main tactical options for Real Madrid with Mbappe in the lineup form. First path is to stick to this season's formation, and it was something between 4-4-2 diamond and classical 4-4-2. Here are two potential positions for Mbappe, but you have to sacrifice either Vinicius or Rodrigo. On the one hand, this season team is wonderful and definitely deserve continuation. On the other hand, Mbappe starts is less comfortable position and with lack freedom in attack, and Real loses an important balancing player also. Here is a high chance that even in this formation, the team will become very different. In this case, sticking to the formation makes no sense, and according to Spanish media sources, Carlo Ancelotti thinks so too. And the Real coach is attributed with a plan to switch to a 4-3-3 with Mbappe in the center of attack, and it looks something like this. This formation is a good opportunity to place almost all the leaders, but there are many concerns. In this concept, Billingham's role changes significantly, and Jude will be more like his Dortmund self. The main job is to move the ball forward and create, and runs into the box. He was so much famous for this season are just a bonus. In this scenario, you shouldn't expect the brightness of this season from the Englishman, but it could be useful for the team. Mbappe's position is center forward. Not an ideal option if you rely on the description of the Frenchman's ideal role, but Ancelotti can negotiate with him. The qualities for playing in the center of attack are definitely there. One more option was proposed by Jose Mourinho on TNT interview. Bellingham will score less, the system will change, they will play with a trio of Vinicius, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. Bellingham's position will change, and I think they will choose an option with two midfielders and Jude under the attacking trio. The key difference is Bellingham's position. He's closer to forwards. The plus is that this can give Mbappe more freedom, allowing him to move more actively from his nominal position and knowing that Jude will feel it. The minus is that there may be problems with moving the ball forward and balance without it. It would also be interesting to consider an option with a doubled left flank, which was used against City and Bayern in the Champions League. Formally, it could be ideal for the union of Vinicius and Mbappe. In this combination, Ancelotti came closest to placing two left wingers in the same system, placing them together without asking Rodrigo to adapt. The team exhibited a shift to the left side even more than usual, and Fede Valverde was positioned on the right for balance. This option is only suitable for scenarios in which the opponent dominates possession and allows Real to play on the counterattack. Vinicius and Rodrigo made excellent runs in the same zone, and the formation helped them find particularly sharp position. But almost all of these episodes involved playing into space. When there is no space and the opponent sits back in defense, the problem of overlapping favorite zones for the left wingers will resurface. This could be a brilliant adaptation for El Clasico or important Champions League match, but it's not a plan for the entire season. As a conclusion, from a football side, you have to admit that there is basically no options that satisfies all the requirements. All the attacking leaders are placed at the same time on the field in comfortable conditions. Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrigo and Bellingham. It's impossible. Mbappe and Vinicius do not overlap in their zones, and the team balance, which was excellent this season, is maintained. It's impossible. It doesn't mean all these options are bad. It just means that all options require compromises, and fortunately, Madrid is led by the best compromise maker in the world. Building an attack this season with such a players is definitely possible, but to make it work on a team level, everyone, including Mbappe, will have to periodically sacrifice individual brilliance. So, will Mbappe make Madrid stronger? That's a major star that it is joining the best team in the world. This simplifies significant changes, and in general, significant changes in the best team in the world are often a bad idea. Let's set aside specific concerns and simplify things as much as possible. What scenarios are there? There are those where Real as a team loses balance in some aspects and gets worse. There are scenarios where the team improves because of Mbappe, but not by much, since the current level is incredibly high, and it's just impossible to get to make a strong step forward. And it's almost impossible to imagine a scenario in which Mbappe improves the team proportionally to his financial significance. Does such a level even exist? If yes, then would definitely be the best team in history. Real Madrid will be paying the highest salary in the team for a pleasant tactical puzzle for the coach, which at the best will make the team slightly better, but won't take it to a new level. The problem is not Mbappe's talent, but the timing of his arrival. Real is currently incredibly good without him. Now the club is risking disturbing the balance for a small step forward, if it can be even made. This is a bad risk to reward ratio in terms of football, but it needs to be viewed from a different perspective. One of the best players in the world and one of the most valuable football assets joins the biggest football brand, the best football brand. Real always wanted to get Kylian for the past years, and so that finally could be done. In this paradigm, Mbappe is primarily meant to play for Real and only secondary to try to make the team better. He's sure to have a bright individual career in Madrid, perhaps initially making the team slightly more vulnerable relative to this season and high standards. But even that won't meet the balance won't shift in favor of the Frenchman in a couple of years, or that his personal set won't be top notch.